In this video, we're going to start learning about our left hand magic X. We'll see this clip behind in just a second, but we're going to focus on where is magic X located and how do we use it to help us put our fingers down correctly on our violin or viola. So magic X is located on our left hand. You can see on my hand I have some dots to show you that it is located next to this crease where our first finger or pointer finger meets our palm, and it is on the side of our hand. This will be important to remember as we're going to have our fingerboard lined up with that part of our hand. For our left hand sliding, we want you to do this in both rest and playing position. For rest position, what you're going to do is pull your hand and thumb both back towards your body a little until that X sits against the edge of your fingerboard, your thumb against the edge of the neck fingerboard as well, and then we'll slide back and forth from the nut back to the body. This step comes right after our finger taps. I'm going to have my hand out and slide my hand back down so that my X becomes a V against the edge of the fingerboard. I'll now slide my hand, keeping that little gap where my thumb and forefinger come together, as I slide my hand to the nut and back up to the body a few times before parking my hand again up on the body in rest position. Just as with in rest position, we're going to follow the same steps to slide our magic X while in playing position. What we want to watch out for in this is that our elbow is able to stay directly beneath our instrument for good support, and that we are holding our instrument using our shoulder rest and our jaw rest. Let's watch here. I have done finger taps. Now I will stand my fingers up and I will move that X down. I'm moving my violin around to give you a better angle of how it will look from above. And I slide my hand back and forth to the nut and up to the body. You'll notice I'm going to stop at the nut. Finger placement is incredibly important and needs to be done precisely. This goes from where magic X is at the nut. My first finger, pointer finger, goes to the tape closest to my hand, closest to the nut. My middle finger or second finger reaches to the second tape, and my third finger or ring finger goes right next to my second finger. My pinky or fourth finger is going to just hover over the strings. The spacing is important, as is good straight wrist. I'm checking my wrist with my other hand to make sure I don't have it bent one way or the other. We also want our fingers to be nice and curved, so we're using the tips of our fingers to press our strings down firmly to the fingerboard. This step is incredibly important and what we want you to take the most time double checking. Having all three of these fingers down, like you see in this video, helps us play this new note G, which lives on the D string, and it is written right below where your open A string lives. So every time that we set our hands up to play songs from now on, we want you to very carefully set all your fingers up, even if we're not using all of them for that particular song, because we're working on building very consistent finger placement. A few final reminders and things to remember. Keep in mind that your fingers may slide from where you want them to be, and keep track and try and fix them on your own while you're at home, and we will give you reminders in class as well. This will take time, so be patient, but also be sure to be honest with yourself if you're doing something incorrectly so that you can get better at it faster. Practice carefully.